Sro Quines, and cry who and cry who nye fi. Some teacher for what just hunu, our bind titium, well trained teachers. Ye and Quadanto Tofiwa, our crutch, Ecosi JHS.
Na school open the day, and you may want to hear.
I bear for 10 times Fidini so Nazareth Montessori website www.nazarethmontessorigh.com. Yahoo true phone 0242251862 and 0546944764. Sheshe chili kwan e Tafu Pankrono Okes Junction Kumasi Nazareth Montessori Educational Complex. Come and see.
If you're not at your weekend night, you will hear never weekend vibes. Open sa papa in upnashe muma, you hear ne jaga for bitana bemo jaga for put me no jaga for bites you hear ne jaga for bites jaga for bites
anya mo pen for obama ne banu for and obi onyamfie du wotwe sa dwede nkatwe FDA for ajatum.
Bohobio is fun. Bohobio is on Hello FM. Bohobio Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. on Hello FM with your host, Samson Kwame Nyamiche. Let's talk politics. Bohobio Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. on Hello FM with Samson Kwame Nyamiche. Bohobio.
She's a rich girl, she don't try to hide her diamonds on the soles of her shoes. He's a poor boy, empty as a pocket with nothing to lose. Sing ta-na-na, ta-na-na, she got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na, she got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Diamonds on the soles of the 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 shoes.
Okay. Abusia yama munyina jo yama kwa baby mu no wotwe ana pa wonsman num pepepe. Hello 101.5 Suni e black son ya de Bohobio e basesia le commandant du jour, commandant du soleil. Il est ici ni téléphone chia ça va chauffer o moi tu dis bon moi dia ma fidie na ya so hu yebe wiese ye enyumeku ya hodo aboya ndia mo modea na afiye mfo mo ho asom no entu dwa na afiye nto so ne koye pa we jaga 4 bites we a tabia company limited for anomadi asom yen yebusu ye gibie na aboa yen ama ye widie na tima koye pa ohu na no ano no so bo modi nya bia osisi yade na jai na ko and I feel so premature ejaculation. Bema, would the boy near you was where we know to ato. Hey, where we as I had dream, but madna when you could draw home, you could draw home. Oh, yes, I had been past Coco how, and I feel so cry when you think can cry so cry when they said we cry be you. As I now say, dear. No need defect, but more drama on Sanka ye jaga 4 bites problem in Abesovo. Sano Babu and Sano Acid Tour, Neja, Edmutuo, Nina Baby SCA, PBH Aquine, Nebeku Yeka, straw drink responsibly, baby autonomy be and jaga 4 bites, a available Tabia Company Limited, Doc, Yamana Mu Pa and one PB H Aquine. When I feel so a specialized company limited, and Ebusia catch or say Kukuchim Kransa or Boisiquan Yaswa, Yadianumni Yaba, you mwaso to special tangerine and to na pan chusu your cocktail and I feel grape cola apple fun time and you drink and no one see the papa mebongo baba good evening and I feel a year manager Thomas nom wo unya just ubinya bisisi na otonzo so a no special ya ni ye krono wadi engagement ase wo hu ni be bias ni 7 no kama insurance so e bi kra ni sibi punu so wo no ma ekoguna de obotu mu de so was a mu dispensers bottle mu ni nyina obetima gibe be bia nipa do ma twahia no ensu ye de 7 no special ice and one no but modin bia ne monkomo mo number ni 0501 301228 0501 301228 unya fra na chese nkomo na ya to aso abedio to ewa town edio to Mr. Currenters Ashanti Region Beyond champion number 1 champion the ba ko pe edio to a ope ka pa han dia ja you DVLA Junction here DVLA Junction how do you actually airport on about no one say is a would do a commercial children's home one more no cast next summer and when they do to making Unya duwa cast and say Land Cruiser, sense of Pradu, say 4x4 cross country, sense of crampo, your voxo, sense of crown hair, saloon castle, say CRV so, Nina says someone ye, Ubet Vinyabe, what dear wedding engagement to, Nina now crumples a party for, and I'm what the year, money mo, say MPP 4 and GC 4, aha, Mamma Faka and Fring Crammer, more ham, Monco a year edu to, via Land Cruisers, Biamupibia, Monsabetimiaka, Biampibia, Monsabetimiaka, and one, Yakura Francis Adams or Chief Executive Officer, Yamanamu, where Ubomodina so now frere a Bebonco Moses ye, Edu too, or Bomwadin Papa, show nobody need Bomodina Fred and Fian Tosso, a 0266 439327 0266 439327 bomodina frewunya frewubronia enkomobia no a na chese yedi na afi krampo fre otowa so eyepa number ni 0244063391 0244063391 emu bia office say ya bonkomo ya wie sefini commander wa nkwa de ne Mode man heya na fe yentwaso boss bienvenue merci beaucoup
bienvenue
aïe
Chesa Akwaba. Welcome.
Usa.
Bon arrivé.
Sure.
Kwaku.
Boss.
But as I say, Mahama assigned to Tribunals Act 9 other bills.
Wow. It's a 10 was
I you see our senti there. Not just Abayem Rano. And your Customs Act 2026.
Taxes no.
Community Service Act 2026. Tribunals Act 2026.
Wow.
Eruna baumia kopa ho chowa. Minority no did they at some point walk out.
Sure.
And so na ye kase the Tribunals Act has been passed. National Defense University Ghana Act 2026. Income Tax Amendment Act 2026. Energy Sector Levies Amendment Act 2026. Ghana Cocoa Board Act 2026. Valued Added Tax, that's VAT Amendment Act 2026 and Exercise Act 2026 and also exercise and levies and duties and paying for her.
Okay.
Na yebeni enu mbedi nkomo lawyer Kwame Adoma Pia a former Ashanti Regional Secretary of the MPP. Oyemrenim ni Ebenezer Opoku dodo na friend banks. Ono so serious background in law.
Oh, okay.
My investigations chese ono so esuamra.
Correct.
Enti ene yeba be camera
and you seniors what town.
Now on our paper no yeba heard the Tribunals Act in particular, nowadays, the name and your focus. Now, in other news, so what to say, there's a presidential reshuffle. Honorable Abdul Rashid Pelpu, no, you're Minister for Labor, Employment and Job Creation,
Deputy Minister,
and you're Minister of State Special Initiatives.
Oh, okay.
Now, he's been replaced by Emmanuel Kwejo Ajikum as Minister for Labor and Employment Creation and Employment and Job Creation. Now, the area in particular to Yaya was Santiman Temuha, Yera Broja Jemfi, no ye Deputy Defense Minister. She said, "Yeah, 1 year Deputy Defense Minister Biu. Substantive near Gilbert J. Now, Yayano Presidential Advisor on National Resilience and Emergency Preparedness. That is the meaning say that move for Peninipa and not just say National Resilience and Emergencies. Say ne what just messing up. And that's what that minim dear mean share dante
because I'm yante
until they were holding the budget and fees so a presidential advisor. Make us see a promoting from a deputy minister to a presidential advisor.
Oh, they say higher. Ana
minim dear but sana mimi huno presidential advisor. And then OSP and so a year in central function. Now OSP say he say so kai kwabna ukai kwaku asante beku Abranti of Ghana Absa energy bribery case. They say the OSP say or come a Ghana for you to say no crescent America for the kind one OSP no boy Emma America for no it me a jelly Kwakwa Santi Beku any or more no musu say o bribes ama Ghanaian power authorities na osisa be Ghana so yen hwehwemu den na yenka se yewura former power minister yewura kwabena donko but of former gusuma me why preka se yewura kwabena donko oni empanfo bi a ebi ye adwuma wo power energy de bia network anyumde bia ye ba network won change network na yabre obi a ye freno Francis Walkson Kwesi Jata, or a former technical advisor to the power minister, or a person of interest. Solomon Ajete Sowa, or a former deputy director of power ministry, or a person of interest. Lending George Nee Metal, or a former director, Trade Corp Group Limited, or a person of interest. Bafo and Kama Brobi, a employee, Trade Corp Ghana Limited, or also a person of interest. Enti asemi ba ye yera kwabena donko ye bo ni di wo mu a na o ma yera ketia mo ba bonten se asem no onim ho hwe kwaku asante bakwi no hu ni da enti se ye bo ni di wo mu ya mo ni ya obetabiri ye nyina ya be bo ni di wa asem no na ya mo ni ye no wo tabiri ye ndi ya kwakwa gina emra nanim ni ya kokyere be bia ono kwabena donko okoje bribe 1 million bribe no okoji bia ne chefa wo mu enti ene de OSPD abano no o se hwemu koso me enkase nipa ya bo mu di omo ye suspects se also ye law student utiase o se omo ye persons of interest ne ekase omo ye persons of interest
ani so mu wo mu no
you enti kwa kuma da se emepam se connectivity ne ba megidi se wo de images ne beguso
na
ye humpanfo a ye ka persons of interest na banks so wo ha wono so esuam radio menene be hyase enche bia na ono so ne ntiase persons of interest no wo de amaye banks akwaba
opanyini
na ho ye de
adom enemo
emi bi ne so ba ha akoko abona no memenda bi
no correct
yeti ya say special flight bi de wo konkran am say hey na you am say no bi tu ahomache eti for we are live on Facebook be so join yen na nkoma na ye ba be di no for wa dwen che be boa yen ye domestic gold purchase program minority say yaboka a gold board for na aboyeka IMF for so entro ye omo ne che say Bank of Ghana and aboyeka 22 billion majorities yo womo de gold board no womo ta omachi pa e womo se parliament be yen hwehwemu die ntia omane boka 22 billion nanso majority ni chese yera sabe jamfi waya ade wama be $10 billion ene abaye economy no nti gold board womo bo homode a womo majority no womo ta omachi na national security so aka sembi kwaku womo chese sabre ya ene 2026 next year 2027 na afi yakwa abato year 2028 wasi nkrofo bi wo Ghana ha o ma hyase ekikanka emrante ne mababa obi bom as groups national security raises concern over mobilization of groups
Sunday vigilantism
that could be used for political violence ahead of Ghana's next general elections
na anu yengui see at this band na
national security say yenyira enye careful na nkrofobia asase boabo nkrofobia no a omugidi se 2028 abaye kwa akoto no ye de sankrofo beko na ye de omakwa akoye basabasa enti yasu ye ka cha national security said o maka yate yes if you see something you say something them wo na national security ni kitomo it's their job to also identify such groups and take measures to cripple or dismantle such groups because in our country ye ni kwan ma vigilantism
ato
enti de wo hono no
ato yo
kwa kubide ase
boss merci beaucoup
banks atena ase mpacho o ma menyom a country called Ghana ohu Now come in fancy me name. A country called Ghana. Yeah, my we know. Adia Chia in Simbibri and AC room 0265170336. Also bet me money or name me encourage you so beba live on Facebook. Sabi Kwakwa Santibe Kwaye kana semi. One na yadina to so no. Na Kwakwa Santibe Kwanya na semu United States of America ko hu jail. Na sem no empopo ya be piem Ghana no. Ena OSP so kire se ene de Nyankopon adom. Onyamina dom. We declare nipa num persons of interest.
People are dying because of it. Galam said destroying our forest. Poison in our rivers and
Entim pay for higher bani abedwenje ho. Good evening to you, Dana Panama, watching us live from Anuem. And also the MPP will surely come back to power 2029 because the NDC government has failed Ghanaians. I just have been able to bet me joining live. And on your screens now, a daily graphic reporter, Dr. Kwabna Donko, or just a Holy Rain US bribery case. No, one more way. You're a Kwakwa Santibe Kunshianida. And to wow, Bekana one can you know. One also knew will be can't. And then the OSP Ababe Biasam Nikakra. Or say, I never don't call it for this. Say the rich make us some persons of interest.
The economy is failing, hardship everywhere. The system stays with.
And Timpai for Hayadi, but Yaman Ponsa or Crow for him fee. And also the NDC should, or say the NDC can shield Sami Jemfi all they want. But 2028 is coming, Ghanaians will see the reality. Or see who exposed the losses in gold board, the MPP. Then why attack others, not the IMF that exposed Sami Jemfi and the gold board? Or see kudos to the minority for exposing gold board and the NDC. Greetings to Honorable Sampine, incoming National Affairs Vice Chairman of the MPP. And to Sampine, baby, I will be a name Meyachi and Yankupon Kang. Emra also Peso Baye, Vice Chairman of the MPP. Owusu Samuel Lenso here live from Kubease Konongo Road. Kubease Mpacho Hoya dear. I've said I'm saying Konongo no. Obetia Zeka and Quenchia. Accra Kumasi Quain. I ain't same baby. Samuel Owusu Nan Meyachia wo Konongo. Kubease. Ejidi se bibia ye boko ho. And then you may Mamenchia ya udini Juma wo kejetia. LUF Masia ya. Tembia ya how my moral support. DJ Mark June. And so I'm making sure that we are live on social media, Facebook. Kenneth Obin is the producer of the show. Chief Samson Kwame Nyamiche, regular host Bohobio.
So many lives are lost.
General Manager Hello FM. I said American Dia Tujano. Or say present and former power executives. And then you be sure moon say moon. That's the office of the special prosecutor. Teacher Kujo Watepejina Susan say Sami Jemfi is simply trying to divert attention from the losses incurred by the gold board, and it's unfortunate some Ghanaians has fallen for. And I Kujo Kunsu Krum say since the NDC came to power, propaganda wonders shall never end. And also NDC why? The also the Abadono, Yanko Aya Senia, Yanko T. Lawrence Boache, or also Chester Day. Lawrence Boache, so Chester or Senia near the Unity Oil filling station. I said there's no way gold board can be absorbed from the losses incurred from the gold purchases. Which state institution was responsible for the purchase and the sale of the gold? Sami Jemfi and Gold Board is a party to be blamed. Belated happy birthday to my son. Akwesi Boachi Ansa. Enti de ebinumu de abanono. What why they may enter on the issues already can domestic gold purchase program, gold board 22 billion and that's a 1.7 billion. Yes, Sikana Yeka. Now, between Bank of Ghana, any gold board, why now, Bosaka? National Security Synchrophobia, Bobancophobia, don't say the Ombedi Bonnet 2028. Mahama has sent to tribunal bill, Intianea Act, any other bills. Martin Jan were a Jeso Domi Abra and or say a name Meochina or did he say the national security should have taken their time to fish out some of these alleged vigilantes to assign them as a scapegoat so as others so as it will teach others the lesson. And the officer national security about tema bonten omaba entem dodonan koso munya botre address ko enya nipa ba ku mienu bi om yes scapegoat na ono so chiade maame anti akua agenkwa officer say botenfufu sabre Ebenezer akwa ba biom yen chassis my name yen chassis of the OSP. Aye, yen chassis of the OSP.
All right.
We declare Nipa 5, including the former power minister, as persons of interest. As seven so ya chubi money de or the fiasi and answer or them or awaiting sentencing. Enti si ya chubi America they are none in a day bribe the man kufu bisu or Ghana. Send easily and traceable for us to get almost so much can be Ghana.
Medasi opinion, Maminchia were here for. When OSP, a statutory entity, are set it up. Now, OSP down the mandate, ne say corrupted related activities are echoes or mine. You can say dream, katashishe, I echoes or mine no. Ocean structure now money to me say or no, obet me investigate. It is not far from the mandate say bibi koso, ne fa. Nkofo mabedi o man so ana o man adwuma so a OSP alright say obetimi akwale say investigate. Nti area former minister, he is not far from the lens of OSP say obe investigate no.
You mean Minister Kwabena Donko?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nti OSP there o share criminal jurisprudence na. You can say one can allege. Nti as at now no, so far as say the US name kwana ya found guilty na omo maka no yenya found guilty no. It's just a mere allegation.
Okay.
And the burden lies on the OSP. Embrem no burden no OSP.
So banks, you also know say bribe there. There I say obi ne yere koda na omo awoba. Se be ma ne oba na e bentimi mfiri ma. This Yesu die ni bi.
Yeah.
Enti bribe there dey obi ne ma and obi na agye. Enti said the ode ma ye ne ya chene de a de oje ye no so say possible so no so ye beti ma che no.
Ina make say ye kan sem ne tra ye nya akonya so se ye kire nkofo ensem because e ba mbra mate say obi ate obi ti ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Okay.
Because embra no e kire se de asem si ayen kanfa e kire se de obi di boni ayen fa ne fa so ana ye ka bribe na se ye ka offense kra o ye Ghana mbrema enye trasa embra no be kire elements ana se nyoma e wo se esisi as ne aka se obi bribe abem na bribe ya ye ken a ye ka se obi age na o ye public officer waje no se ye bektimi aka se ampa ana no kra waje a it is the duty on obi a o allege se mede man no o na be kire ekwan a ofa aso a o de man no inti na make say at this stage no it's just an allegation. It is incumbent on OSP say Nejuma die ni so on na be hwe say obe investigate no investigate no nya all the credible evidence I bet me a point is ampa there was a bribe and no there is no dispute because US court no the pakro no o ma found and say wo dibi djuma bisa but US emra any binding effect or your Ghana jurisdiction if or not we can take inspiration from DC or near so they are prosecuted. Indian OS speaker say, "Osha US authorities now on your mo and a collaborate here. US authority no credit me che or mundi the word dream or mo and my so the tomb. However, Ghana hano or my link your mono. Question I was say Busane say OSP an investigation and an fishery more or no. When ya Acadia HS ampa bribe no a course sani pakuo na wabo mudino. Omuna omun sakaye because yeti kroma yetimi tin sem bebre say obi oho obetimi de panyin bi din anaso obi oho a obetimi opportunity bi a wanya anase ne ho ebata obi no obetimi de obi edin kra ko e bibia hye nipa kro no enti media I still stand say it's just too early to say bribe no sa kunipa ku na yabo omudin no omaji anaso omanje. It's only when a court of competent jurisdiction declare a trial case no mad kase omaye enkwana metimi agina ha na ma condemn.
Reading from the Justice Department charge sheet. Or say as proved at trial, Beku conspired to pay more than 1 million in bribes to multiple Ghanaian government officials in connection with the development and financing of a power plant estimated to generate hundreds of millions of dollars in profits. Thus, beginning in December 2024, Beku, a former executive in investment banking division at Goldman Sachs Group, was responsible for securing and managing a deal between the Republic of Ghana and Aska Energy Aska Energy Company Turkey. Our Goldman Sachs client. Anyway, no.
Also, charge sheet now, kana. Share the wording of charge sheet now. Even though say it tries to implicate government officials, no, I don't know say a state because I'm not privy to that charge sheet. But Shema me say a bo nipakuo na eka government official bo bi din wo ma. Yes, it's that me person me say. From the
during the scheme, Beku and his co-conspirators conspired to pay bribes to individuals at numerous levels of the Ghanaian government to ensure Aska won the bid to build and operate the power plant.
I'm taking the words as they are. Oba Emra, one of the techniques named
office of the United States Attorney's Office, Eastern District of New York.
It's not me primary authoritative statement I'm making is a one. Yenti say US Emra only persuasive effect. Ghana ha. Any binding effect. The laws of US and then binding on us. It is in the US a convictio bia. It's just for the records. But that cannot imply say whatever they have said no has any binding effect in our criminal jurisprudence here. OSHA charge sheet now. Charge sheet no there can say omo engineer so omo de chain na so omo convict and say government officials be or no omo investigation lead say otua sika mom. The only reasonable question a reasonable bystander baby say were those government officials named there? Because if they were not named, why should I speculate? Because the law does not deal with speculation.
But in the case, US for Nankasa, in expressing their appreciation for parties, Omubuama, Yensaka Kokwa Sante Bekun, Yetimidinko Jidam Reni, my name, Wakwade Fiasino, was say US Attorney Nocella expressed his appreciation to the government of the United Kingdom, the United Kingdom National Center for Bureau for Interpol, the Embassy of the United States in London, the Department of International Affairs and U.S. Marshal Service, Wakaya Ebekan say the Attorney General's Office of Ghana and the Office of the Special Prosecutor's Office in Ghana. And say timi abo omo dia, ade no omo timi mwayen. Emma omo ha omo boa ma ni wura ye wura Kwaku Asante be kutua 1 million in bribes no say yetimi abo America for na ade na America for no so ntimi moayen na yentimi hu omo gi sika no Ghana.
Yes, I think say issue na enye say omo boa no so omo boa because from reading from our charge sheet now kind no osi onemu or make open statement say government officials be no tia. Me question am ebusa ne say as tunde those government officials no omudia ba abontiana
and then OSP yakase or 5 persons of interest
omudia ba abontiana
5 persons of interest omudia ba abontin.
Yes, so omudia ba abontia the next leg ne say or credible investigation as an investigation e do saying na wenya akadia obetim de agina so prosecute o man.
I say yen treat you as persons of interest. Ontimi nka so me suspects
persons of interest
as of now.
Yes, persons of interest could mean say because of omo position no omo hold no any said the normal course, they can be named as suspect.
Right.
But as to whether or not they can substantiate their claim with credible evidence, say, just a bribe, it's a different matter to be proven by the prosecution.
Finally,
that's in this case,
who did this say Ghana or mine? Are we not capable?
Why not?
Okay,
why not?
May I say, Ebenezer Opoku Banks, or up and coming law, or a very prolific law student. Now, Pemu Betinenka, lawyer Kwame Aduma Piam Suswaba. Tembia, ne de all by my muscle books and documents, ne doors, ne dem say, what the diary back upena. The demand done any man, ne do one for near my bibrama. Lawyer Kwabao. I mean, I want to say,
Yamiadum Kakra.
Is it the old pa? They say, this work a careful so. A Jawuka, who can I feel free, and a feel free. I see they say, Ultimidaka.
I no crap, but in free, sir. I want no front. Ebenezer, I
want no front line, we need your front line.
Anyway,
Uba Namene, you ready in Como. Now, I know any part of our charge sheet tonight, but one of the emerging stories tonight. Asante Belkun, 1 million bribery, And Abane say OSP name nipa 5 as persons of interest. One case of me a suspects, or so me a persons of interest. Now, they may be saying, say, yet me abo America, I'm a metimia convict Asante Belkun, November, Okodemu dia. And then almost so much bribe in Ghana Hano. America for no soon to be mwayen, Emma yen sentiment come. Yevia yaba tribunal ne gold ward ne national security assembly or the up to Yabasu.
Tell me, MPP at for you now. Now, me in chance from Krama, me new chairman in a palm for MPP delegates say you are almost so much anti my. Am I? One son is CCD. But so do me say mun so do mu na mun so ni sisi bia be fine ya me nti bia be fine babia hello fm kaka bia we are oti anwumre bia chia so nya da giti Sammy I OSP asem no me ba ya na beto mu initially top side my name say enche dan kan me ba ya na beto
emerging story
ba meso so ho kakra
okay
enya asem a I was a German that.
Okay.
Me cry them tea now no na me titi baby say ya Jeffrey OSP some Jacob Yuoko. So let me tell say Moka say OSP say wa be press conference on AXA. You know I was a little bit like a crap because I'm say ya Jeffrey.
And why press conference on a variety of issues.
Okay.
But na ASCA energy need to tintim by pa.
I can't. ASCA there no the entire me know we are adwene say I was say there has been a decision by US courts on Ghana energy ho asem a na yetimi de obi atum e o case ne ho a me ne wa yete Ghana no sabi mpraduasa si ebeka no kra kire ye ho a enye cases as a brushing under the carpet. Upia she sumia empasia enye yie. Upia she carpet as enye yie. I just see a hwe na ye horo no ye landa. It must be washed. That dirty linen must be washed in the public. Yan washing the public na ye hunu asam no puma se bre. Sami dey na bae. Dey bae nyina say yesi yakoto anyina mahodin e de beye yen anyina mahodin hu mfidie e de beye yen anyina mahodin hu yebre bi atwam between 2014 and 2016
emra na ye dumso ni ginamu no
e de na ma US for yemusa question we answer na atoa yen komo no class e de na ma US for enya interest say asamna efa Ghana for hono ono wo interest wom a wa hwe di akire between 2014 to 2016 I think
or say we live America for no prosecutor no or say we live in a global economy that American companies must be able to compete in fairly, said Assistant Attorney General Duva of the Justice Department Criminal Division. Also, this defendant corrupted that fair competition, and even to American companies. Sa bribe in a course, I did money come out techie for no. It made certain American companies disadvantaged, and the Americans were concerned.
Pure and simple. Because when you come America, your company be or your friend General Electric. In fact, Airbus ne ade no, omo engines no. General Electric, omo yebi.
Boeing engines.
Boeing engine ade no. General Electric for eye bi mo omo. Asana mo aye generator plants ade ade. Na yemu say US ankasa kranka ne zika nyirai. Obi kotua bribe ma Ghana for no nya contractor. US as a state nka ne zika nyirai. But a day into the ma obi an zika nyirai se mebam.
O see competition should be fair.
Fairness na. Oma ba no. And to who say okoba bi te say Europe any US a. Omo ade bi omo frɛ no Fair Competition Commission.
Fair Trade Commission.
Say basse mudija. Na wo di nyansa bo akwakwan bi. Ye kana sichi edi nkrofo anim kan.
Wo ye insider trading.
Ama insider ma otimi nyam faso a. Edi nkrofo anim kan na say enye fair. Omo bam. Ni apane show. Na no France apane show Meta.
Okay.
Say ne
what more Facebook here omo dia no.
Ai. Say ne niema na oye no omo ani nye ho.
Right.
There have been instances that social media giants no and I say IT giants no ya punish them for unfair trading. Now any instance no yen mun kompon kakra nko yachi. Between 2014 to between 2014 way back from 2012 coming eba nyina no. Na Ghana acute power shortage. Near the doom somu.
Yeah.
Sa ran e ba say e be hia say ye bepe ye nyina mo ahoden ho aye ho niema. In doing that, ye go so person kwan ye de ye nyina mo ahoden be gina yie no. Ena omo di animu si ye bo mama mo ya yie. Allegation aba say. Kana si chi course. Na za kana si chi na course no. Ama Ghana aboka wo kwa bi so.
America for no to need holy rain. Insu a wutimi se insu konkono pa na togu so a $6 na togu so.
Goldman Sachs, a bank war. US
big time.
And your company war Turkey. On also turn in Yama. Or by some be providing Yama, providing electricity home, the Muyama mono. Make Wajibusia war Goldman Sachs aba. And the ma you know obedi mu na eba fie enti dey say ko fie krade ane me krade e kwa meti kasa no ye yi brofo to nchen a local language no meti enti metumi ade animu akopa aba eni animu ba mu ema ewi ase no na eniema na ba eniema no kra ba ye na same de eya ahomti o semu mu say eniema na mo provider man no na bi o ho aye dada ana ma apenti de foforo. Na sa period na from 2014 to 2016 no. World Bank describe ye say ana nkrofo bi omunim finance and economy munsam kakra describe ye say that was the period between 2014 to 2016. It was a period that Ghana signing dangerous contracts.
Okay. Those days, America by car power by car energy by.
I'm catch a period that Ghana signing.
Also, Bejatum said, "Sa period no." Nenye meka said nenye normal period. We were oh yes, sena yatina doom some for almost 2 to 3 years into we were not in normal times.
You see, I would disagree. On the face, book mu now we are not in normal times, but in reality. That period in the mono, Sani bought work up. Not the whole Ghana to mission work up. Oh, light. So that period in the mono, yeah, bought international ball beer. Na Ghana to me, Ghana Yinanya.
You been at the expense of productivity, at the expense of Nkani the Bema factories. I hear money at
the factory. Bikania. I was saying, Mankase nefi, Mankase household. Mankase household. Okay. Sami, me see na Ghana Yinanya. Ghana nyina nim say na industries ka ho.
Okay.
And the industry na juma if you for.
Ani ebo boni wi ase na odasum.
Na yeba na yadasum. So ni obi say what accounted for that? If you were able to provide electricity for the whole Ghana during those periods, Christmas time, na yenya, international matches, na yenya. Ye kobo World Cup or Brazil, go be a ball on if ye. But we now could do some back. So people were thinking that it was, engineered.
Dumso was engineered.
Hey, me.
Now Dumson, they are buying a co-position. Why engineers suicidal?
You could hear you on crack.
I buy no conuma do bonning on no way.
You could hear you on crack. I had done a buyer say, Musa, Irako Shell, I've been here.
I say, I am a conspiracy theory. Some by mu. Now there be I do my man from Canada, man for treasure, man for bombing, bonny, man for bombing.
What's the banks? What's the banks? I love me. You two say oil on it there. Enche bi oba be kan ye nyina ye ho am ya ye.
Afa no se oba na check.
Welcome to the club. Mama wa mo. Na me do kosu ya ba beja producer.
No.
Me do kosu on the way to one black and white advert. This is a equity lawyer. Well, I know. Welcome to the club. Brana, I in a club
of learned men.
Obaba join a club, no club you have wired.
Now, me say a club of learned men.
Yes. I'm a club you have wired. You see, Banks, you can't cry. You are be a friend of circumstantial evidence. Yeah. And 70 of you out to travel, your mamma kind of say, I say when you're dancing, you should be there. Me, your food day for this discussion. Come here,
food day. You were near my table. Banco Mobia and
Kamechako. And from what you understand, you are for far plants, ebegu, abinchia. Shell for the Puna or no. But we had to Ghana water west for on. Nanu year about just 3 weeks or so. Plants no come to be. Plant size beer was like 20 feet up for container.
And that's it, my dear.
Not that time now. That's our plant size no the total capacity, about 40 of them, total capacity, next one Santi region, but we were not powering them near and to fuel in power.
Okay. That time, that's
but that time, later we heard say, Ibrahim Mama, I will to be. Some more the Hino, some more there, only call Liberia. For
lawyer, mine say, the old kind dear, Ibrahim Mahama, wabe to be near the adeno. It might be speculative. Yeah, you
better be my mention one of the cars nana a DB corner. Wherever it is going, you can take away Ibrahim Mama. But that is yes, you be a fuck away. And come on, me count more Ibrahim Mama so Murifia 7 no. It was in the airwaves. Or Mama denying. But you found on to
we are lawyer ni. The mere fast so can some family who are many 9 inches no credit.
O say
the mere fast so can some family who. Na mama bontian because de Kwame Aduma Pierre Kafa me ho ne no kre no
I agree with that.
Enti ye Ibrahim de ni sincha na ka wase
whatever the case ya tutu afiri mu amana kakakra
hello yep betimi
no be 3 weeks ago ukọ utane abinchia there's a baby omoton tiles baby a friend KD Daniels
okay
wadua nua fa ne tiles ainu na nimu pe about 3 weeks ago obi ofa obi ankohwe there was a low bed and a generator plant in the BC so.
Okay.
Me try picture. Right. Unfortunately, I have a virus. My flashy.
All right.
But obi have a catch.
They make a question say, "I want to be now." Facility say Ghana find here.
Udru. Japan Motors. Japan Motors. Ode baba be press before no war ha no. Japan Motors how they call Toyota Motors. Obi who say telephone pole. Esi ho akwa articulators na be to be no. Ebi na ya until the America go sin say eh then na was an man or na nke power
ya yusu
all right and say utran man balance me to generator fine but the man ya ne say sa 1 million na be ko e de ko ya na e de na kotum no ya establish America say enye ono nko ana
otua ma binum wo Ghana
otua ma binum wo ha George ye de minim because who could mini ho
sebe kun wuye nti ye ma America for no ma be kun mu aye
George ye no me Kwame Adoma meti aminim wo sam bi wonim
hello
banks onim but there's a record bi a PM or court or US that record no ye betimi abaha abetenda
say nti ne papa ya boni pa num din
so there's nothing like say obi hu so
okay
but the ne hu ye so no menim na mum de me eya me ya wo ne say sa 1 million na ko bae no So now the next year turn 14 million. If we ask in our books, you bet 15 million.
Inflation of the cost
of that 1 million.
Possible minimum says it. See there.
That is 100% and 1 million
for a fact.
That be okay. I've done my checks.
Right.
I have my notes on those things.
Hello, FM.
A buy na. No. So now no confess and my 1 million amount. But at the end of 14, my 1 million.
Okay.
I can't see what you buy. A year no. And anything the my cost near inflated.
Right.
Yeah, inflated, And you're right, say
you see for my
I mean, charge you see from the same Oh, sour 1 million
your issues no.
A buyer inflated in Intino. And my cat doors.
Okay.
And then my light bill cost no sabreno. Ghana light bill cost, and I can give you the figures. On him, Ghana light I in a cost no. I can give you the figures, sir. So I can a cost no. And my head me no any in that industry.
What about the bribing you have shame?
Industry but bulk, and I can give you the figures here when you want.
All right.
In industrial tariffs, a cost by 0.22 per kilowatt hour.
Okay.
Among the highest in the world.
In the world. Not even in West Africa.
Hey,
lawyer Kwame
$0.22 per kilowatt hour. So bribing
okay.
Among the highest in the world.
A document source ben now can
just Google.
Okay.
The source is Google.
Mati.
I did my search from Google and I have all the details. I course through by that now the number here say sir the piato sa contract like kwasan no the piato say the PPA na no power purchase agreement no the piato na say take or pay also one so obetua ka and sa also one so obetua ka no yen so ye kra na ni ye boka.
Okay.
And when you light ni na wia o sa bo camera kokora won so de ono produce no
lawyer if I no see her
let's what do but ekotia me ne ho
no kre
ekotia me ne ho
no kre
hwe say we buy ye no se wo industry na industry no tariff electricity tariff a otua no ne bo doso can ewiase de doso ho a oni ma se kire
of course
simple as the industry no produce ade a ne bo be ye de so ka kota se Ghana de no ne bo edin
and inflation crap
imported one no nipa ne here more dollars to go and import
of course oba no de be shame na was papa
and we cannot sweep it under the carpet. But I believe says we come back and deal with it detail by detail. And you would agree with me, say the entire opportunity say sa contrast na yes no. Na the most dangerous. In fact, the kufu ado buy no. Na be or why I stand the take or pay no. One also when you cry na take or pay. Also one so betia. They were able to say I'm cancel 11 out of that contract. Jaka there now you go
renegotiated that
near cancel the acquired that one you cancel 11 the aka no o ya ho hwea na nya yi
na motena
1 million no sunsun aso de bra me no ene wo
okay
na ye dasum mu na nya wanwa sasa abra na ye dasum na ye light bill board in chance ye baba
lawyer me da say banks in react na
red battles be 2 minutes. I need not to but it seems say factual inaccuracies endorse be
hefa
one or make allegation on bribe and nkofo a yenye
Hello FM
onim or mama it cannot be the case. As we said,
say bribe in vacuum.
And I make us say,
and
I make us say, if U.S. court I established the guilt of Berkwan, I don't know where the name is Berkwan.
Yes, Asante
Berkwan. It is incumbent on Ghana's authority. So whether said you can bet in U.S. Yes, U.S. authority
prosecution UK also boy.
Yes. Actors di etimi penny be ko down no show appreciation to the AG of Ghana,
of course,
and for nothing and there you OSP waba say we name 5 persons of interest. It means he is on the right course, but if we name a person of interest, it does not establish the guilt of that person
until proven
that. And 2, it cannot be said the case say time your doom so
Hello
era
FM.
Ghana was not in normal times because senior cars and Okakosi say yeah share ball they do World Cup there near share right it can be so because one say Ghana Eco World Cup near ball match at that time no that particular activity no dear to the heart of Ghanaians. We can sacrifice something for that. So the issues about Abinchi Obi power bank, I think that these are mere speculations because of you know one for documents, we one for video evidence, because senior lawyer nim to me here crank boyra Ibrahim the case is where home and chain or G2 say and do him training same be broad can be all can we are so it's just alleged, perceived.
I have not said alleged. The American must substantiate.
No.
Brah. Make us say. The allegation was that.
Hello, FM.
And come on, one so there.
Just a passing comment.
But something, the fact remains that between 2014 and 2016, it is established that Ghana signed most of the dangerous contracts in the world.
Okay.
And it is supposed to come and solve a problem. A challenge.
Are you doomed to know?
National crisis. It was a national crisis.
Make us a near ball now on Timasiano. Say, we analysis are if we were able to watch football across the country, every household our light.
No, catch us a football is dear to the country.
That particular football is dear to your heart than production.
Hello,
FM. Oh, you to go as a market, no. Who can say football is dear to heart chance half fish? Economic activities. Mammy no. Mammy now test of market now. Oh, you to go here. Yes, football we have.
Ebo no do I promo me enkoso. As a man, Crodum Jum. And I say congratulations to Honorable Emmanuel Kweju Ejikum on his appointment as the Minister of Employment. Also, Chese or Science Chronom Hene, Nana IJ Kwate, and on one lovely daughter, Give Glory Bano. Kwame Fosu, Ewo Achuma Boko, about time soon or say AGM and the NDC. You promised 24 hours economy. Now, a 24 market na 24-hour market na. Isaac Kayaba Wakase, and also the NDC is busy building Ghana. The Ghana we all want, while the MPP is busy doing jandam. That has no influence nowadays in politics. Nobody in this country is above the law. So those who need to be prosecuted cannot escape. This is the reason why the tribunal court is coming back. Greetings to Professor Joshua Labi, NFA, Richmond Osei, Obatampa Esther, Doc Elvis Coker, and Isham Al Hassan, or say from original Isaac Ayabaka, say that about, or say we are regular watcher of Bohobio on Facebook, Friday, Friday, Bekayo. Co Mensa will pillar 2 in Accra, or say Sami Jemfi and the NDC said they've gained $17 billion from the gold board. Why then is the NDC going to borrow money again? Or say reset in penny anyway, kudos to lawyer Henry Nana Boachi Nana B, the incoming national vice chairman, first national vice chairman, and after lawyer Justin Kudia was still maintained. Now banks, yes, shall say gold board, 22 billion Ghana cedis, 1.7 billion US dollars, 1.5% of Ghana's GDP in 2025. He says, Ikano, Ebinumu say. Gold board for no trim home free money if you say abaya jume ku oto gold no any gold board or top my Bank of Ghana krom de enyo masem omo na akoto gold na ntika bade a omo susu no wo so mbitimi ebe chichi mu de ntia kanaba ana majority mu susu amoka bia ma gold board kire say IMF nkrata na kire say Bank of Ghana na aboka no enti sami je mfini the gold board wo mu so.
Yes, I think say factually inaccurate say Ebeka say gold board they turn good. And I'll give the background and our history.
Gold board in ton good.
On ton good.
But too good.
On ton.
But too good.
Or yeah, broker.
Okay.
Or assigning aggregators. Or agents or more. But on ton, and you're not ton Ghana good no. But mommy and BB because trade here for said this whole situation. But I acquired jandam here then in fact
Jandam na say
Jandam say oh yeah propaganda unim sa adente sa
when they create that word Jandam when they create
one of those
Hello FM
Jandam oh yeah Jandam but yen can see su pain say
but I say NDC start from the for Kwana muka Jandam and it will be here Jandam
or kateche free financial say
o French Jandam jede
and your police
Enzo had a trefufro.
Yeah, me person me ma a brief short history about the whole thing. Ne ko wie question of busa me say it
for 10 minutes.
Yes, no problem. Me make sure say me submission will be follow within that time. Yeah, share gold Ghana. We share main gold sources are your large scale gold mining and your artisanal and small scale gold mining. Now, a very instructive say, Yebeshe, Niate, Jumedia, both the large scale mining, no, your source of gold, the contribute to the economy, and artisanal, so the omo large scale, no, roughly, your gold, no, a big mining companies, no, omne maya sa large scale gold mining, no, and I share artisanal gold miners now, omona sa small scale, no, yenya free. Now share Ghana, the year 2019 to 2024, IMF report or the buy. Also share good na your ton our mayimwa about 229 tons. Representing almost 11.9 billion US dollars. Na officially and fa Bank of Ghana books mo. It's not officially into me accounted for. And just na obi but na fa proper channels are ye bet me account here bet me atete there was here tifrim ni nya o man ye nya so fa so enti quick BOG as one of ne policies to see to assess how deal we back here no I know introduce you the gold for domestic gold I think the word is domestic gold purchase arrangements no and
domestic gold purchase
program and
DGP.
Yes, domestic gold, yes. And also domestic gold purchase program now. And yet one single activity. It came in two folds. The first fold of that arrangement was gold for reserves. Now show gold for reserves now. And also two concepts beneath it, which was the bullion gold and the Dory gold. Bullion gold ni na aka kwesi gold na refine. Most ni nya free the large scale mining because most no more refine gold omu wia. And I share Dory gold na eno ni nya free artisanal small scale miners for no. Eho. Na o share develop mo ni na the entire domestic gold purchase program ne buy no. Na your high rate of falling reserves. 2, near exchange rate pressure. No increasingly difficult access to foreign finances. It's not what being here say Bank of Ghana didn't she be beba. You go da yen ya wo bebre o mine no. You bet me utilize it. Na boa sa nyoma miense ya maka na o mine no ye fem. It yade buy no. Ne hu say artisanal gold no for the first time in 2025. Na yetimi aton sa gold no more than even the large scale. Ye nya yetimi aton more. Because we share as at 2025 na ya ton sa gold no ya ton be 104 tons which contributed to 11.7 billion US dollars. For the first time we share artisanal gold na ni etimi aton so mine no but there was a TS say we are say what the policy be about it has its own expenses and they by in implementing the program. So when that artisanal gold no your tons are na yenya san fa so no you make losses.
Okay.
The losses was not sitting in the books of Gold Board. Because one, as I said, Gold Board not on ton gold no. No a broker between the Bank of Ghana.
Because a middleman.
Yes, between the Bank of Ghana and artisanal traders for no.
Any omu gold no nkitwa
Yes.
It's all nipa miense bia no makutu no manya bi no mato amaban.
Aha. No ni dwumadi na no ye no. Gold board no or entity ono antimi nko around. Si ono so e de share nkofo bi nsa. Ono gold board no from aggregators. These aggregators for no and a gold board for no ebe pe omusika. O ma raise sika. No mu di bia mom. No mo so ago akọ efom ho. Na che so mo ne o ma ko dili. O ma gold nketenketen ye den e wo ho. It owia Bank of Ghana has the final purchasing power to agree on price ebe tony or ebe ko dwaman so akoton. That gold board enya commission on ejuma waye. For the first time in the history of Ghana, gold board buy no. You who say or implemented it 2025 na year at na be year full run no. For the first time, na yenya more than the 104 tons no. Yenya more than that. It here be 1.7 billion loss because na ya scale the tons na yenya 104 no from 204 to 205 no. Ni scale it is scaling ma e kabebre esa e buy because of the operational cost in the scaling of production na yenya ye no. So that was what happened.
Nti yenya kese no onchas de ochi mu ne se yenya kese no na e ho kan so koso. Na
ohwe IMF report e na de insem we nyina aba because Ghana ejumako bia wo internal auditors. Ye wia ye wo external auditors a e wo so omo so be audit. Audit wia the auditor general enso of final reporter or ye fa jumako bia e sha aban ase. Inti seye pobi no akase obi aboka obi mboka the best person reasonably ye be akodan no say gold board aboka na so mboka should be the reports from the auditors general.
Right.
Auditor general buy no or see gold board mboka. In fact, gold board wa my even surplus of 5.4 billion Ghana cedis. Wa my surplus of that. However, because of the running of those no ye incur loss, but the loss is sitting in the books of BOG.
Bank of Ghana.
Why?
By Ghana so castle.
Ghana ka. Why? Because a Bank of Ghana and supervising as akoton the good.
Okay.
The whole issue ni minority leader akopeke IMF reports. Or say or share or non ase no share IMF reports no. Ghana you are making loss of 1.7 billion. Now $1 billion na you making loss no or non ase or document already no. And I'm good board so intina ya boss aka no. And chief executive officer of gold board or then here no buy say fair enough IMF aka asem no.
Hello FM.
Said ya oka say IMF aka no enye sa na tie. Because one, minton gold no said ya me share no. Two, if or nothing, me books mo crowd ye nya mfaso abroso e bi currency da. Na mfaso ni bi ni say for the first time ye cedi no appreciate 41% against the dollar. It in there o share dollar no above from.
Okay.
For the first time your reserves and so you increase no to almost 11.9 billion. International reserves. Why? Because of the invention of this idea of gold board.
Okay.
It if or nothing, so minority leader, also wakosha IMF report, ne kase kabia ba. Stick to what the components of economy. Because IMF eka asem no or share kwanya or no or attribute sa 1.7 billion loss no or attribute ye. Or share be say ebi owa sika ye dollar exchange no difference is a beam. Because near in said dollar a hit almost 17 to 16.
Not in 2025.
I'm coming not in 2025. Maybe share the fall because there was a difference. Because buy no because of gold board and the prudent management by gold board, internet appreciated by 41%. No, the cedi appreciated against dollar no by 21%, 41%. Prior to then, no, what was the situation? The situation is that the international market, he said dollar was 15, 16. before say NDC ebefa amemo no but gold board buy no any gold board juma dia odi no
banks
for the immediate 3 to 4 months ni ehun say dollar no teba from abc da
okay
it yakoton ye no e can be a timi ba because of that short time differences are it me trip it might be 2 service fee any enyoma ekeka ho na can be buy and this is the explanation which the IMF report spoke to say any they can buy
okay
now uji as a minority leader uyi wa adwene fu nyina na wo attack the person of the CEO and also by section 13 of act 2025 at 11 I refer that gold board act no enye ne pen odi na Najuma no is regulated by law. So if for nothing or say me books me mboka. So why can you sit on a national TV and say so oba bill e beto national and one row say there be any sad who will attack me personally.
Right.
Let's speak to the issues. Yenko share all the test report as whether or not good board boka. IMF also documents no kind year now kind year ubehun say gold board ana aboka BOG ana aboka Kofini ama two different call for munyin pa ba ko
with us banks Obana of Obana Photos as Sami Jemfi should be patient. He's holding a public office. It's not a private one. We urged all MPP delegates to vote for Honorable Sampine for first vice chairman and Honorable CID to bring unity to the MPP desires. We from Obana Photos. Obana Neme Chia baby will be Jidise Ohoye. Fantastic woba for so chese. Okay, Piaga so here live from Achima Safo. Piaga and may want to chia from Achem Asafo. Fantastic woba for say Afenyo Markins docket is ready. He's just making noise to make the NPP attractive. During his tenure as board chairman of the Ghana Water Company between 2017 and 2020, the company recorded losses. Blah, 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 blah. Fantastic woba for sir. Normally, your trophy is Sefi Asanrenso. Now, I say between 2017, Ghana Water Company made a loss of 698 million. 2018, 666 million. Blah, 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 blah. Sir, no, his docket is ready for prosecution. Minim sene fantastic. We had more Attorney General's Department. Ira Osahene Afenyo Markins likely to face prosecution. Oyibo Boateng said the Speaker of Parliament should set an ad hoc committee to investigate the colossal Bank of Ghana and Gold Board $1.7 billion losses because we won't let this matter rest. Osiochia ni MP Shelley Cheitiwa Ochia Kwadubamba NFA Ochia JFK also still maintain. Benji in Francis area and so say loud and clear inside in Francis area Ochia Yaya Kasum our NDC General Secretary incoming secretary for MDC Ewachman will be just south. And Kofi Preko say this explanation is making me sleeping. Because of Gold Board, we can't stop Galamsey. Kwame Asare say it is me, Bobby Light, watching you live inside Kwamine. MPP is coming back. Francis Boache say or here live all the way from Brekum. 10 after 9. Lawyer. Yes,
your mirror. Me that's
here. I me guys what your time 10:20.
Yo,
9:20.
I mirror. I can't have an. Me there. Me can't want some free baby. Ma me mo beti masi. Economics nan crofo en ma nyebi.
Okay.
Me ya fiscal there. Me be ya the akawo unicorn house.
Okay.
Maybe I try November or unicorn house na me this source. I me feel mass. Oh level.
O sign Troy.
I'm back today. I no crowd I had unicorn house the end of November and I mean feel but me try better. Back when me try chemu mass me try chemu secondary school.
Okay.
November. And the back economics because of na me mass nyenti. Economics na me had the but o ko anima no the mass be ka ho. And I'm dem jabo so na mpem baby fine na mum akaya da hoyi say yes can I say a car say it hefano 1.7 billion ye hu ba bia afa 1.7
billion dollars
I
22 million Ghana cedis
22
billion Ghana cedis
22 billion Ghana cedis
yes billion
so answer now euro ko for be bana minim at the creator do abel so agum answer na wo different kan be duru kuma se
mentiase
say euro ko for my no on fire ko
and so about there ko nti says can you
ba ko no na ma me beti ase
you kan ki kan bo na kan
wo ko yi ase ye bonso an kesa kan ba ko no ye bonso ase ayi no ko for de ni na an kan de bonso 1000 ase na 10 million the 22 billion no do tifia wotie no testimra na me calculate anye on testimra in na ko for my na yesika do say and na ko for my crown na euro ko for my na ye 22 billion wa is ka do say
hello
the Ghana see the abesha animu yes see Iranian fan sa na ma emu ebu akofom ama anwa ebu akofom enso ntimi ma petrol bo enkofom petrol akufo do jana 14 ana okoye diesel o jana 14 diesel 14 Ghana cedis per liter and diesel yati su tu su disimpo
I mean is obiasis kame nka ho asem no the NDC for no kan say mamum fa nkose sami jamfi kon mo fa nkose Bank of Ghana for kon
me de me bom nkroba ma di teacher pen ntimi de me de me kira me teacher makola beti ase in teaching methodology ba kwa de kira de no we teach from known to unknown, simple to complex, particular to general, concrete to abstract. I'm a trained teacher from University of Cape Coast.
Right.
And to make sure I said, my mom, but I mean, because I'm a male. And you know, they call Ghana as comes and Nako for, oh, you're Rako for my 22 billion, also Zako Moyes, I would 04, and I bet 22 billion. Wachi. Now, I was cano. Or pay, I just articulate, I know here by say, do watch it. It is kind of free in Krayaba. Bank of Ghana, a back room never been famu. You see, a boss Akano. Namamia utie, papa utie. The old chica petrol boy utie me. I an auto petrol no 18 CDs, yati sumpo 2 CDs no jesenke. Yazi antezo mange 20 CDs na require so bosome. U diesel na wo ton 19 CDs no. E wo dump no. Yasi anwane a mo boy fu, sardine boy fu. Enti fans ana kan wano tum. Na nim sa scan den gabaye. Sasa kana ma anke e wo ho ne yetimi hwe so ye a. Anke besi district hospital mako ahasa. 100 bed hospital. Ke besi mako aduasa. Ntinki ensi kura no. Yemfa mewi agenda 111. Opportunity cost na make an wasem. E ka no opportunity cost no. Oti ase wi ansa na ma be kirem kwa fa so de buy. Sanka sa sika na ankokwa aye sekwa no tum na mobo ayefu tuji mibu ayefu no. Anka sa sika ne besi hospital mako ahasa eni akire. Hospital back be 100 beds ukwa benya ba bi di theater ntinka fijasi benya bi akokwa so benya bi wale benya bi nyina hini benya bi yesi eko me emfa ntu kofi so me emfa ntu amaso fakoto ebe foforo so ni nyina akoba wiese ayeka sami ni nyina akoba be wiese Ghana boka ntisa aka no hospital ya lusu omu no eburo over 300 sankasa aka na ama school fo a mo call free SHS ni na no anka be hwe obi ama ne ho ato nfie mienu saka na saka ama anka Ghana benya sika e dey 6 months of import cover you can 6 months of import cover menchiremu o man bia wa ho odin gina futu a waboto ho a enema a wontimi nya no okrom na wo kra especially oil na ye kra bebrebe ba no yedi ayetu ekoton no ba bi yaton grofo de aba because chemical aye o mo say yedi no kra de jama ntimi refine no ha sa na we obi kan ye say ampa menye science but obi anim say petrol ye kra de ba o kra ba no sa sika we da hono mo a anka ban bitimi anya ho toso say metimi akra crude oil fango aba man mu ama se bibi kra si obi kromu a ye wa ho toso for busumi nsia ene ni import cover no wo ahotoso say okra oil no na de aba no ke wa hotoso for busumi mako nsia sas kanoko yase ko anotum na mo boaye den ai mo boaye fu anwa boaye fu o lori fe yente so o electricity bill da so kosoro o water bill da so kosoro na no mo amutua wholesale fee or tech e ma mo no munim say ne bed back adru 10,000 Ghana cedis nti yase ko kan anotum na mo boaye fu sanka sa sika no e ko no you know na se chere ne say your reserves are your reserves and can find your import cover cry. There has been reserves depletion. Ya ho to so aye wona ye de to your Bank of Ghana futuom say bibi ba ebenya bia ye no ya teso ya hye we have burned capital say ya hye no scan ya hye say ya burning. In economics we call it burning of capital to satisfy immediate gains. Yashino ni we ni yase o mo buy fonti keep quiet. Opportunity cost back on say yase yetimi to go do ama yesika no emu ayedu ekosoro yanya foreigner yaba ye todo no opportunity cost back on say me no ye refi say baby omo ye to free ho no they are now religiously destroying our water bodies. They are now religiously destroying our forests. Obi ankashe. Yes, say MPP pension near to galamsey. By in to be obusum chekwan so da. MPP pension yes near to galamsey. Na yin to be war fufu ufri fufu ofa barakesi na ko fufu akwa bijama yin to be da.
And if I board na omo to gold no. Eyawo wadwen say na ma galamsey sorry and I say
margining 100% and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
You're President Mama catch there. I saw folk on say on can want some say galamsey no yaji and some you're mama on penny mama. I catch there yes say. Or more count. They were motion ye say. Galamsey no to provide employment. Never see ye giants as well. You see can you free gold no abeko form. You're mama le kan ye.
O shia wan no.
Aso for. Roman so for kon ho. Please, nobody can deny this, including President Mama himself, including banks.
Well, I can deny, but I want you to.
If you want to deny, it means say who has somebody for power because say asami no correct. Now so be na me see Roman so for ko. O catch them say. Omo ko say. Galamsey na GS.
Ya ne namos ne wan na ya titine ye tie dey. Because 9 months here,
is it getting any benefit for us? When you have a whole canal, when you have a whole canal, now or galamsey site, or apprehend your mom war. Yes, the MPB for phone, I call. And you know, won't get it out of there. Now 9 months for Janiko Ura canal, military, soldier penny,
police station.
Na ontimi mpie je se malam ho na de ni pia e de ne tra ne Toyota Sakia mo de ni pie me ebo ato aba. You tell me say are you telling me
malam no a community leader in a community in Kwankomo community ho no
malam ye da na say ankanya sanki ewu ankomuku no malam ye da na say malam ka hwehwe boy he sacrificed the car 9 months when na what face it lord no e was akuro no so Corona, you call na Malam Nico J. Kendall, a military person. A military person training. No, he was saved by a Malam.
Woman,
Tina, young Kuya, about the catch them. Only the entire can buy.
Hello, FM.
Environmental disaster no crowd. We are near Gusu. Let me catch the president. Mama say, someone can see Nagalam saying it to her. Go to know, yeah, Tonos, your home battery. He told us of what. Let anybody come and deny.
Wow.
Over here, banks. As no question, mom is there. As I'm in your day.
Come on, come around soon, monsieur. Now,
okay, and then monsieur.
No question, mom is there. Make an oil, no. No question, mom is there. As I'm in the end, Yanka President Lanka. But that is what he said.
Okay. You call the next issue.
You can question. That's what he said. I know, Sammy B. The man can buy and say. If you read the report,
the watch him.
Yes, Freddy B. Really, America. I can't buy no so I dey bring me no.
Okay.
Na mum no. Sanka ye kapa. And a justifiable said the NDC for person muka. And your gold bond na abo. Na mum yan fan share Bank of Ghana for books ma. And they go you know IMF for
Hello FM.
Almost yen free. Yen finance and free Bank of Ghana. Yen fan Ministry of Finance. Now mama linear transparent. Sika mo pump you ram no. Money transparent.
Sky de koto gold no.
Sky de koto gold.
Mama and na ho fine mo.
And you win that fine IMF recommendation bi no.
But kwame wonum be adwon say IMF krata wo kan bia mesuma kan ba bia no so kan say kana ba no 22 billion no a gold board for car. And NDC for ni gina so no.
Me no na kwa fom. Me no some bi na kwa fom. Ye kwa na pankrofo hu yen. Ye kwa na pankrofo hu yen. Ye duru ameti wan kwanta na ye chia na oje yeso. Ye call ya abuadu ho no ye chia na oje yeso. Ye ba no. Ye san chia no no so je so na kura ne ho de ho na da bia wote. Ba ye beduru fie na wo nka me ho.
Okay.
O sami bi na wo nka me ho. O yire ehwehwe ho. Why ho no be confess?
Ba me na say US for wo so manager for no boka me watch my da from say me nyamasem me nyam bank manager
company no gu ayo akasa nyawasem.
All right. Me da say banks
but me chira wade me yin sasam bi me chira wade company gu na akasa nyawasem. You see the point is that ye jiji scammer cocoa board eto cocoa ada cocoa board be boka no
em say no cry be jai
aya na e de jwan
o say da cocoa board be boka no I say Ghana for ne de be che
dabi yes indicated loans edema cocoa board say onkoto
go cocoa
oto cocoa ni we a na se kaba ye mfa ma any other entity except ono cocoa board na and you better aban we ba
cocoa board na so be say ade afi cocoa akuafo na
aban we ba no aka kire me ba na kase na da cocoa board me ba na ka when two governmental agencies are trading ba ko se me na mas kase koto ba ko se me na me
na me kwa koton eventually
me kwa koton aba granted say yemfa aka no enhye
Bank of Ghana
for anim Matiase yemfa ne purposes of argument ye da share Bank of Ghana for anim one say me dey mega profit
ba ko so mesuma
boka akoko akuruma grow way ayofe.
All right. Banks react to
wait a minute, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Agro way.
Hello FM.
So in effect, so if you are denying, so I'm making losses, then there shouldn't have been profit for you.
Okay. 1 minute.
I'm saying accounting phone.
1 minute.
Accounting phone be boy dachi. Na say do aka no to aso. I say wo ye business I was say when yam fa so no. Wo koya e de na wo san itimi boka wo ba bi.
Senior, na maka structures no said ya wo kan ya no ka ben adwuma bia no. Ye wo separations, job description.
Okay.
And your departments. Sebi at the end of the working year no, ye be appraisals.
Okay.
Ye be hu bia the contribution or the back adwuma no any the losses are the back can way a procedure and here cross and go into but still my main center my argument on that board so the issue here and say what is the whole setup
2 minutes
yes what is the whole setup about this domestic gold purchasing program what is it about ye de buy no enye NDC amemu na de buy
Bank of Ghana na de buy
Bank of Ghana wan fa mba wo NDC breso eye MPP breso
and omo
shase omo na make so omo the two concept buy gold for oil and a gold for reserve in fact yeah buy the buy and say gold for oil near ento aso it gold for reserve no omo ankasa dia omo ho no ho na ye betwa ye buy no ye die betimi aye but because ye vision and the person ye any more mine no eso na nye limited no and ye enso ye de ye match your system by your friend gold board.
Okay.
And gold board ne buy ni juma di oba ni say oya or no ebe broker.
Okay, to gold na ma Bank of Ghana.
No Bank of Ghana.
Akoton gold.
E buy no de wo si ebusi en ho ne say ewiase nyina nim say ye de nam na yinam. Ewiase wan fa bibia ankoto enam ankoto be de yinam. Ana ewiase abraba ye
go yinam na ni say ko yinam so boka.
Na say ye mbusa say metie say bi school amakwa bedru ha yi enye by chance my bomb ho ka na medru ha,
of course,
but at the end of the day no what we must ask ne say me school no so faso metimi achieve and answer me achieve. What were the issues? What were the issues? Falling reserves, exchange rate pressure, increasing difficulty in access foreign financing. At the end of the day, no, gold board under 1 year 8 months, no, what achieve we say, Nyoma we are not Ghana phase, no, a reduce and I say reduce here. CCH reserves. For the first time, we are almost 11.9 billion international gross reserves as against 1.9 billion in 2023.
Right.
It's way a major achievement we have achieved, and it has reflected in our CD appreciation. And the CD is around 10, 11, 12
to the dollar.
To the dollar.
Okay. Until the
Akufo-Addo call. Now almost $1 here, 16
something.
Say the sound of but in Oko Ubi book be a more na 14.
Okay.
Na $14.
14 or Bank of Ghana for Bukum.
Box 14 or Bank
Oko black market.
Abuchi 16. Sabana na ya Abuchi 16 no. Na ya to diesel our pump na no 14 cedis per liter.
Okay.
And then no reserves na buswa ankre na Bank of Ghana nya bi mfangum. Abuswa ma bibia koyie. But what driver na nwumre or to bi wo Abrepo Junction, Shell na no, or to be or goil, or to diesel no at a price of say, or to no 18 cedis per liter.
Okay.
And this say who to Zamijan Finyam Faso. That's a Bank of Ghana, a boka. We have achieved to me nothing rather no economic ayina go no and na wama muaya diama ya chese but the catch was 300 Sami I carry about 1 minute kan yanka man kan 1 minute 1 minute anka man kan bi man kan
be ka bi for 1 minute emu
ya hwira ma ese mu da ho ntina ba ayisa omuma wia mom ya fa ni say IMF say ma wia bom from na first can free finance bra Bank of Ghana used to cut the ma almost say fankoto gold na. Sika umbe yama almost fankoto gold no. Almost calculating at Forest Bureau price.
Okay.
Forest Bureau so yenim say don't tambia ne
fluctuating prices can
Bank of Ghana for quotation. Now the Forest Bureau akoto ounce of gold no. Say me the Forest Bureau price maybe I say Forest Bureau turn 12 cedis. Me kotono 12 cedis bar. Mato saadi kutuntumi ekutami no. And a ounce of gold. Mato no 12 cedis no. Mimi bedura. Na matoa ma Bank of Ghana. The price na 10 cedis. And everyone biano. Abai boka also.
Okay.
And we na you know. Okwa. I the figure here. Every 1 cedi biana ye beton ama gold piano. You bought 17 pesos.
Right.
Now, koto ade koton. Now no. Yet kroma na ewura mama Mr. O ka kire ye say. Company bi wo hono mo a, sa company no. Ono omo de because ensan ye nton moka. Ore ho a ono mo nsan.
Giho.
Wani ji a ono mo nsan. Nti ye nton san moka. Ya mfa ne sa. And so we are not boka because free nkran eba no ebenya accident o si no amanto na bobo
bibia nsinti all things being equal
moka na se enton sam moka gold ye ton boka
all right
gold eraste
okay thank you
na se gold rastia
what was the rationale
gold rastia
we say what was the rationale
gold rastia ayon be den
what was the rationale
gold rastia and say good
but before exchange differences
at the creator and the
purpose for which
he must have the banks he must have not say at the end I will to gold
hello
no we are to gold not 12 cedis now we are now to 10 cedis. Does it make economic sense?
And I'm telling you, say, what was the intent?
Is it true or false? Is it true or false?
What was the intent? And I'm not sure the
true
reason.
Or false, is it true or false?
I'm explaining and even giving you
I don't need explanation. I need a simple answer. True or false?
At this stage, you better moving on.
Okay.
This domestic gold board issue, no, a running issue. You better see any acquire you discuss it. But the other issues are, before you say name you may, you tear for so here say what more tea and one say because about. And you may have mentioned Joshua, I see you watching us somewhere in Ghana or in the world. J. Thomas say, Commander, good evening. or say gold board inti ene galamsey etwa ye ho ahia na enyai na or say or yoko the gateway to Kumawu eje Thomas enwe da say now national security coordinator say amanfobia sha say boaboa nipa bia no na ye boaboa ma no na afi election 2028 dey ye nim no 2 years from now ye de oma kone ye de oma kwa kodi djuma or say o propose say or say intelligence community in Ghana no be sorry about 12 to 18 months before elections. Now for civic education so no NCC for so etimi di omudwuma na Ghana for nyina so nipa baako enti omo nam social media mobilize nipa kan nipa bom se do mbedi atitrasem come 2028 no national security coordinator asha se kan ho asem but mami misa mensha se free or banks where the anka wan kan che no de share no ho and omo ma sha se mobilize boabo amrante de mbabawa no wo tu omo so sa sanke no no you don't need to tell us you be one say you are taking action on them.
Yes, said your work can no say one way anka obetimi ateki but ye hu say oman ne yetim no vigilantism edi enya ache na mempese e brand partisan when it comes to this topic because it has a toll Hello FM. Asoman it one a bo say democracy. Two Emma said the abontinfo ebehu ye afa no emboa e okwan bebre so. Na ohwe vigilantism a enye MPP enye NDC nkwa akoso ache yete ekuo bebra omogina vigilantism edi egu Ghana animase anyfin yete ya na keme court yete se enkofo bi si ya chi omo nkofo court sete ana ekuo bi in the name of say your party or power eborem ekogi nipa accused person na omugina ye bedi omasem twen omu free court dem epie one enye court nkwa na ya suffer this fate through our by elections yehu the effect I was West Wagon, the effect of vigilantism, abedinya, politicians, members of parliament assume the American say vigilantism, and ya dear, a bebwa, intina under MPP amemono, Yura, the former president, or share say, pass an act to regulate Nyama way, because that should be the way. Yent me ma
and you remember Akufo-Addo Abaso say Vigilantism and Related Offences Act 2019 Act 999
yeah na make can because we a national issue because in the mimit way say amanyosem ti any 2 minutes na me say bebu na maba me say me no be sha amanyosem mu na because say me pesa me so me man na mo pe bounty makọ baby a me kwa ka asem te say me ti anka me ka asema NDC na nka Messi form ya na aju 10 na group bi a omo se omo because of me omo kind this ho na omo ye MPP for na bi asem bi a mebe kan wa ha anyo omo denti na ya cheme na ade be che obete se ya bom ye pram na mda hospital de se bi anya ade a ede enimonyam eba amanyosema ye na ohwe sa nkofo ya onwumadi omo di ene se omo kwohyehyɛ nkofo bi echi nkofo a we politicians nkofo a omo feel say kromo motumi na under their instructions no omo akota aki omo opponent asɛ nkofo ade because of what? Because of power. It is the me kan for vigilantism ne say enya ade e wo say yesoso o ye manyosem mu because emfa one in monyam mbre ya manyosem ayeye emfa mputu mba and at the end of the day no the kwakosia ne say one ede basaye ene beba oman mu nti me I think say it is in the right direction say you ataye but the message say art ne nshem kina because it seems say hu bi aba ye tititite and the omunyo omanimu meka say ye we boys but what but you know
be na wate implementi bibia
we tene say bi mu hihye kire and the press internal elections are afenu nyina no ebi mu koye no ubehu even in internal elections obehu na nkofo bi omo pe position example obi zo okope general secretary okoye presser no hu the element of sa nioma ye vigilantism manazo group ye bi mu hihye omumu Ebi omo ba macho man,
omo ba manti a omo di omo chi no.
Yes.
Na so omo ye Ghana for they have every right
to. Omo ne ye. Na make say they have disguised themselves or themselves because of the new art. Okay. Because first no they no omo ba so na art bi eni ho. Omo bo omo timi kasim. No omo kra timi nya vim ebegina press conference
ni who can no kra but NPP for say 2024 the buama mobile power titu any say Emra Dr. Baumi Akraba because I will consider near the day. Mudi titrasem presidential bia na carry and kind parliamentary. No must snatch ballot box. Inti amo mo so ho adom ho so nei ebi mu fi say 2028 no. Se mo de sa formula na ba and you meet them boot for boot for equal measure.
Me on record me hu be ya say yakwachi obi a o she ndisi atare a wakọ snatch box. Across the nation elections here quite 2024.
Okay.
Unless evidence be of how minim. The America kusita min pesa same way ye be na amanyosem because see kan vigilantism any MPP nkwam na any NDC nkwam. Ya ade akoso ye politics mu ache. And ya ade nyina ye bompa se ye mma na nyantini ebiem. Enti me di ka say Akufo President Akufo ne art no pass ye no to regulate onkofo bi sa enjuma e ye politics mu e ye dada sitting mu no ye no a messi supi se eye. What I'm saying is ye ne be political equalization ye tina kroma ye hu de si wa ayo aso west wa gon elections members of parliament ye timi join e sure masum how dey na sie just because you political party person winning seat no nya member one e parliament. The America say any kwan say ye ma kwan because enye even against party to party even in internal elections ayekono who say can be afa bi oho we say makoti group ye protect ye boss chairman and also ye chairman so mean tia say ma chairman ye besi ebisi o hwe internal elections NDC MPP ko ya who the science of this or elections nim enkofo ma ye willing and ready because say e also omon nkofo ebe di so. It's your mark there say by hook or crook. Ombe some for this now with whatever means I also this ombe no. And yet
all right.
Sounds no internal elections NDC ebe kono. Make us say NDC as a party you need room for such and call for. Obi obe this guys in ho abe no ho say or ye vigilante group or tell be a chimacho sem no de beba e ya adwene che na ye kwakire ye pe competent leaders competent constituency and regional executives are on me boyama 2028 elections aye kono ye nya nkofo on me boa party na me wini to me eti obi a obe ya attempt wo NDC mu say obe this guys ne ho e de saba no ye no ye ho ya twema no abano
ye to abano nationalist so a na NDC ni vigilante okoye bibia no so be gina hwa no waka ne se na wo kan ya
na me ken because
me da say 40 after 9 ye be pon 10 enti 10 minutes there ni me kwame so ye nto aso vigilantes me na ye mfa Mahama Central Tribunals Act ni ye mfa sorry so
bra I banks so yeah my enya na manya se menye politicization why are we osemi enya nza why are we into kan na kama no atum examples are my enya na
osemu na mo matu internal primaries so mo de ndi o mo tu ye
internal primaries no ye no last week ni ewie want be anko ba bia ba kumasi dem ye show so timi koi sami me no want be anko ba bia kumasi de okoi and ani pa bi free hello FM ko bi senye announcement near yeah say you rako ka win election we are winning we are ebi gran ko bi nti kromu ha say ya to aba
bi kra akoso
look at the calmness
largely peaceful
e ko abato no mu ho apart from so better to be jama so some obi wo mu fie na be kan aka no MPP 16
senya ashanti weje enya ashanti weje nkwa na to aba no
16 regions ni na
ba wo se Collins Amankwa ede
Collins Amankwa me ka ashanti ko me fa nko
16 regions
eba news mu macho man bi so ko
enya mpacho enya macho man he was in some confrontation with national security operatives will gate omunye macho man omunye vigilantes omunye national security operatives.
Okay. What I'm trying to say.
When you're wrong, my mentor.
You need time, no, Mr.
When you're wrong with my mentor. You see, it was peaceful throughout the 16 regions. Nowhere now, Munya report. Either here or Peace FM. Not here or Peace FM. Namunya, these two major I know of more networks. No, baby, I know Munya report say BBC yes. One pe any on Sunday, the other on Saturday. BBC and Yami elect here. The more fear, treat your fear.
But the national security coordinator, it doesn't ring any bell into your head because you're a politician.
I'm coming there.
Right.
But the Fremini, no, baby, all but now me and Yana Manusam, no Yana Manusam, no. Or mention I was so men think me. Yo, Yamami, how I come sing. Babisi, I could di.
I know you're him from Poa.
Oh, yeah. That be.
O kind Quiana.
O kind Qui Central.
O kind Qui.
O Babisia. Not ye Bundesa dear, Busli. Any Kung Fu. Acting. Na you're a mama baba mo. Were ye ministers? Were ye the national security apparatus or IGP? Who acted on that? The man has a me and the Embra.
Okay. Suddenly I was why you into one.
Yako Aquatia.
Hello FM.
Yet, you know, second vice chairman. He thought he was joking with Azoka. Chairman Azoka. I was slapping him. Because he did. You see, my young man also who say will be a ballot box near there. Busao Boise East. Doctor. Ya twa bari. Ya twa wrong figure share no horse on science say walusu.
Obuasi East.
Obuasi East. Why medical doctor? Na police penny or Obuasi catch and say I cannot guarantee your safety.
Hello FM.
Now sign we are Opako court. I was preparing the rate.
Okay.
And your man so now I'm family cry near mekan. Some be me dancing for. So if you could our producer. How many days and it take years and a multi-media coalition
overturned the initial declaration.
Police training school. Police training school. Now you intimate coalition. Bra banks. Police training school. Baby Ekobo.
Entina kwa me
Baby Ekobo how I say no.
Entina me say ya to abane wi a me nyaya anka within 48 hours ya to abane wi ya declare winner no. Yenso in the president. The moment you to abane na sitting government no. And you're on the party na win no. But say the other party that's won. I say power be about we no money state institutions, national security. And I do sound so maybe a police commander, this is police commander. And why do transfer me?
When these people were misbehaving across the country, moving from government offices to another government offices. Nanaji my prempe, Tepa MP. Ye bu running office on Admo. Near Kotam fridge. Oye no military near or guide on the two trans and a mudi fridge in the ACO. Yan woni pa so free nam yeto abawe tamwa omukachire Yoruba me akachire president mama say ma concede call your people to order or say na do net aban to on call them to order emre ko ananka a word from him could have calmed nerves.
He wasn't in charge of Ghana.
Only in charge of Ghana was setting up Ora
that time on your president
Ora and why did he what I want to set Ora that time on your president, no, he was able to establish Ora. So why couldn't you have done the same by parity of reasoning? By parity of reasoning, if you were able to say, "Monko Operation Recover All," what's that? So calling your men to order, unto me. Yanti Kromana, Yura, Captain Smart, I catch the Obuasi for say, Yawini Munkoji or Munkofa, Ghana for there. What happened? Souls were lost. Private property. A good year what your mama said.
Granted said the okay no cry.
And you granted the no cry. And granted no cry. Captain Smart and can't jump say.
Captain Smart in AG
let's establish this fact. Captain Smart and can't jump some munko for AG na Muamodia. Amani Pangu.
So what can I say media
Amani Pangu, you got leverage from Ninsa Mokika. Oh here no kutupa. Unma different kutupa. Oh kutupa masa. If you deny this, then you say, my politics.
Okay.
when the obvious you are denying.
No, Captain Smart.
Captain
Officially,
Smart,
he is not a member of the
Captain
NDC.
Smart,
you are
denying him
He
now.
is not a member.
You are denying him now.
He can be a sympathizer.
But
No, Captain Smart, one MPP.
Bank say, lawyer say, so your NDC no, your NDC no. Then some kikaye bi boamu. The all canon. That's
You
that's
were
a
to
statement.
Captain Smart no your money on money. And no club here. Captain Smart club here no.
Asam no cry. Say you would that.
Asam 2024 elections. Most of NDC ni.
Say you that.
Na see at say so okogumwa okostani gumwa
we
we.
not contesting our seat.
You were a member of parliament.
I was saying many so a ye be a prime minister or any bet or any important time so.
An intention. Political party. A political party ni ati.
Odura no ka chenzo
so be ba no be so join. Why not?
Okay.
But as at now, we have a certain MP in the name of the NDC.
And the MP will be challenged.
That one,
the interaction. Hello, FM. Because of baby, my yenwe. Michelle, no jama. I said me nyakwa about him. Okay. But me catch your plane say. O Captain Smart no. Ayamudia.
It's not a discussion.
O catch now. We say. Omunko AGA. Who? Where was the national security?
Right. That time no nearby.
No nearby. Uniachi. Uniachi.
Fred a champon.
Busa kwa faso lusu ni seat wo Adujama. When you kululu no, they set up.
Now agents when na kululu do adam agents no.
That is the issue. Here Adujama ne mankranso boshe. Unim kwa mankranso seat. Da pansa kan ya. Anke be omobo. Unim to do to just because
but your government was in power na mo
me say me chira dia me chira free known to unknown.
Okay. Is it when
the government was in power?
Yes, you are in power.
Akufo-Addo was relying on say
Hello
FM. Nemraba ya juma.
Okay.
Yenya IGP maneka chira yes onya soldier for mwa. And in Akufo-Addo's estimation, once we have legislated against vigilantism, we thought everything was going on well.
Right.
And IGP said, "Oh, I can handle the situation." And the soldier for no crowd.
But before the elections, you appointed a deputy IGP in charge of operations. Now, no, you man saying.
And on the IGP there.
So you guys were naked.
Kakapeshe ibotum.
And you guys were naked.
We are confirmed you are naked. We are confirmed kakapeshe ibotum. And then there.
Hello, FM.
Uko mankranso busa obi anim etududu ato ye mankranso they couldn't collect. Ye de ba regional office wa ha na e unsafe. Enti mankranso that is where you from have no southwest. Pepper. I have no north. Obuasi east. These three seas from Ashanti region. Ye ka kind one cry. Na Sami, you are by mumpo. Ya buying, ya ba, ya kind and crying. So ye national security no one bibia. And ye bibia never one thing.
Okay.
You could have kept your quiet, monitor the situation,
start grabbing them
weigh them, evaluate and assess. Babia we are ye. We are mukomoko ye say. Ya say those ya way. Ya chiom. They are before court. They are all canon. Are you for bro for police for bro was causing fear and panic. What the batum for what they win person oh yeah. Now do kejetia.
But when you say political parties, say kasa ni amount for forming groups.
Udru kejetia.
Reality. We must speak against.
Yeah,
that's the reality.
You speak against that no. Crash. Fako ofie kwa no aka no ho.
Okay.
Yeah, nim see the law and anti one law abana. Yeah die no. Unknown to us. Mujina campaign platforms so anamo dem sa to momine no matweko maturity say no mbeketi ampa and you ended up setting up these groups bia make an bia probably and yet emphatic statement bia na mo nkrof no kra no mo antwa mo kai
10 minutes to 10
bia na they have not been adequately rewarded and to muankasa you are afraid of your own shadows.
All right.
So that might be a free banner there bra yen adiyen fidi loto adiyen se fidi na yiyen ya eyiyen me say achi that is don't put words in my mouth. I'm against those things because me I always say ye kakan ba ye koto mato ye kakan makan do we need sa enyamanya we
there be am catch me who say Ghana politicians.
Only say Samia no crack on the microphone got to aba.
Some person mu jai sa de na. Adentina se wo to aba no wo constituency ho na. Aba no enko national. Se wo to aba no wo efijasi. Na aba no a copy of the what to efijasi no. Enko national. Transmission, yes.
Samia no crack and Trump akwaje injunction wo US say omunya may voting voting na omo de ma post na ekono akwaje injunction tia omukro mo video msuro na yen
okay anyway
yen kan ba bia tina
mate
but the me say
ya kan wie na results no yenya ebi akwada so yenya results no that's at the polling station level for a copy of our results no immediately in court crime
the issue is say see a kan wie na ho ali edi
anyway, also a constituency level for coalition.
Sami, only must na easy and declare na ba me consider.
So no head way I corner.
Anya bu from why then no the way I go. The whole country me
so an internal mechanism so who say be e
so that your was system na your 2 year open sheet could down. But obia what the okoleti. It was dignified on the part of you about me I say.
Be accept.
Mashe the econo.
Enye.
I don't want to put the state in
and he earned my respect for that.
I don't want to put the state in suspension. You don't tension. Not tension free or he thought I didn't pow. Medicaka. Oh yeah, no, it's emboldening others say any young prema monkai uncoleti Obuasi East. Yaba me call easy. For the from since 2000 maybe related to frontliner. I've been representing the party at EC level.
Okay.
I was
strong room levels.
Yes, strong room level. On 2 occasions I signed for Nanado's pink sheet you generated from her. And then the last one I was there. Right. Me and I'm signing here. But the issue is that said the more canon from no national security and no. If they mean well, anke ese ebro there, Grovobi, bobo amoho, I want social media. No be
social media one of the avenues.
Obi go there. I will probably be
mobilization.
Who are is it not also a scheme? Because whoever why ready so baby papa bino
onion in public but you see
this one
and even international crime involve the use of social media and the social media no too be you cannot discount
international crime
for example
international crime no omo use internet no na social media nke be che omo ntem
so social media no is part of the internet right
the internet no ejane baby and I provide access for social media.
Good board, but Bank of Ghana example, yeah, okay.
But say,
internet Bank of Ghana
about 10.
Bank of Ghana, Jan baby back on social media.
Bank of Ghana. Now, would this kama obi so nkoto?
Me make example.
Na o man discount no.
O say internet. O say internet.
But mama mi say we na yen fan sorry so committed and commitment from the political parties. Who now by my mention in free the national security coordinator can and come operating in silence. Clamp down on any group of violence, beba. Can the NDC guarantee young Ghana for say 2028 abaye kwe monko bua mwante bia no nkɔhye baabi anko treni omo mekai last elections ai na MPP for the nkofu bia akɔhye asutware ena yebɛhye omo kaki ena de ben enso ato abaye wi yetia. Can you guarantee us say mon nye vigilantism bia monko bua mrante bia no mfa nko baabi a?
Why not? Because we share the progress of NDC as a party. Ya evolve pa we share from Yera Jerry John a time to Atta Mills, Eba Mahama first coming, Mahama second coming. So share your style of politics and I say it's more of intellectual discourse and arguments. Yawa sema yeba niaka as
So you know,
evolve as a political party. That's the preamble.
Before the evolution,
before
the evolution,
that is the preamble.
Before the evolution,
propaganda secretary.
Before the evolution,
because we believe.
Before the evolution,
we believe. Sebi, Sisi Buga, Obianim say MPP for neighbor Buga. We speak to issues. Every say good board as a man.
You remember catching it?
Money we are not really unquay.
You remember catching it? Say. You remember Udum no Gamma Kaka
money money where we are sir.
Because me change bar because how you
Mati, we are right. Until we next time on your sir.
Into the air car could see and say Yati democracy in Yati as a Kamamin Kebi. Me, one typical example, me who young boy be on social media, friend Adenta Kumi.
Why then?
Or as Paris or Bay Youth Organizer. National Youth Organizer. Na etoda no or hold press conference me sure ni push or the man we will do everything. Come 2028.
That's the nature of politics.
I'm coming. I'm making a point.
Okay.
National security omutesro. They picks intel. Yet hey, as okay. Udi enka onyanse man our opinion ma. The best approach should be say the woman who be an or fa back door.
Woman di omunte no munchi.
Yes, said you okay. But you say I say they never compel a national security. They have all the intels to come and sound a caution to the public. There must be something.
I'm fabricating.
Banks, say,
you mentioned identical me say we will do everything possible. Hey, Banks, and then the one identical me. Sami Jenfi in opposition, Osaki military Panivoniana. Sami Jenfi in opposition, Osaki, CJ. Indeed, by one second. Indeed, all the top generals.
Some say the law is the law.
The law.
Apartheid, no law. Apartheid, say no religion.
Na mani nyi ho.
Apartheid religion. And na mani nyi ho. Ukoye na unuamo no. Yeso mo free South Africa mra no. E law no mo de ye o. The man I dey push you ko no. Wani ji ho. Enye law bia na ye law. There are certain laws ya share. But the element of law no Africa was there bad. The law is the Lord. Indeed. Some of Fisaki military for. Owie ye no. Indeed, generals a war military munina mobile anzi. That's identical me.
Kwame abono ndu yankoda.
Ebebo no ndu because identical media. That's now who some video. Everybody in this country, from a President Kufuor, Vice President
Darling boy. Sami Jeff or Darling boy.
Oh, Kamunya. You want if you just know. Na NDC chairman be near friend Malala. Was free munyame fan currency. Neba and your friend say DC is yao. Na ne ba ne be chairman. Na Malala na nkrofo kwaji ne sika. Edi zo mba kwa twene na kwa campaign 92-96 wana na NDC nye ayuha no. Ana omukọ ye na ohun so mote MPP ka muko. And omuye no 96 na MPP are. And NDC din kunim. Ana bugi mu asore. So NDC for meeting. Na ba bia mote ye fra kona ba. Chairman ne trust ya entrance was into awo bo hu. But one money chairman ne kasa ndom omotiko na. Ehwe omuti anzo buza bugi. Bosta mu brede wa ha. The chairman eba meeting. It's a day meeting or MPP meeting. Munka mo hon kwasi afo. Partner ya mama buso. Ya Paul MPP mu no Sami Janvia broso. We don't need him.
Ya Paul. Ebusu ya fo anu no. Nana Kwajoda kwase Commander, good evening. I can't think for the NDC communicators. Anytime they say the dollar is 10 cedis to 11. Airfare is 2,000 to 2,970 Ghana. All right. Also, when the MPP was in power, it was between 800 to 970 Ghana cedis. Now, come more we Michelle Concrine. I say, my chronom and also corruption is old as Adam. Is the main problem causing development or the main problem causing underdevelopment. And it's about time our leaders do something possible to avoid corruption. Darling Prince also just watching you inside Bob Ras say Ahin Bobuano in a dancing North District. Or see who is IMF? Must Ghana always run to the IMF? What's the importance does IMF report on gold board do to us? The auditors has already cleared gold board. Fuseni Sali for see gold board is good pa. Now the only reason why everyone criticize the gold board. Now yes, sorry to shift man.
Oh, what's the country?
Yeah, na me dey sorry so no say shift man. Or what tones no say and now he's somewhere in the world today. Or say it is not funny how the NDC used the same vigilante groups to win power in 2024. And into your hope, he said the NDC will walk their talk on peace come 2028 elections. Chef Mameda say, Mohamedi Biba Yameda say, DJ Mark June.
Oh my baby.
Medina see pa. Na yes why you DJ Ismaneba. Kenneth Obeng is the producer of the show. We be here Chediman's Chief Samson Kwame Nyamiche General Manager Hello FM. Regular host Bohobio. Lawyer Kwame Adoma Pia. Former Ashanti Regional Secretary MPP. And after Ebenezer Opoku Banks, a member of the NDC communications team. Monso amutie no. Yedama say, yeni so momre. Imano kwabona yebo brother man. Wo kumase patase. Kwabona unyame nka ho. Ebusuanfo yapon. Nyame aduma. Ebesia hia na yedi nkomo. God bless our homeland Ghana.